It's your boy Lance, and I'm back with another video, and today I'll be giving you guys my thoughts and my review of Bash in Berlin 2024, because this might have been one of the best PLEs under Triple H's regime. The card, the energy, everything overall, it felt like the card from start to finish was just mostly good. I mean, some matches did lack for me, but everything overall, like how it was overall, I feel like it was just a great PLE, and some of the matches might have been match of the year candidate, not just in WWE, but everything overall and just pro wrestling. That's how good this card was, and now there's a lot to talk about. What can happen down the line with what we just saw? So yeah, with all out the way, let's get straight into the video. So for the first match of the night, we had Cody Rhodes defending his Undisputed Championship against Kevin Owens in what was a great opener. This might have been match of the year contender of like everything overall in pro wrestling. In the very first match, this match, the energy overall, the crowd was really into it, and even before the match started, the crowd was going apeshit. So you knew at that point, okay, this crowd is gonna be going rowdy for most of the matches on the night, and it did. So before the match started, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes did a little bit of a handshake, because we knew from what happened on Friday Night SmackDown, the energy was a bit tense. There's a lot of tension going on between these two, and usually I'll like recap what happened in the entirety of the match, as I did do that for most of my notes, but we're gonna be here for a very long time if I do that, so I'm gonna give like a little condensed version, just my thoughts on the matches overall. So Kevin Owens versus, yeah, if you just heard that, Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes was a great match. The crowd was electric, everything overall was really good. And one thing that I wanted to point out in this match, because it was very significant, we knew that Cody Rhodes coming into this match, Kevin Owens kind of pointed out that you're not 100%, I know that your knee is hurting, and Cody was kind of telling Kevin Owens, I don't know where you got that from, that's not true at all. But during this match, when Cody Rhodes was trying to go for like the disaster kick or the Cody cutter, he kind of hurt his knee a little bit, and Kevin Owens saw that. You can tell Kevin Owens wanted to pounce, but he just didn't want to do it. And when like later on during the match, probably like a couple seconds later, when they're on the outside, Kevin Owens saw that Cody Rhodes' knee was hurt once again, and he kicked it this time. He actually kicked his knee, and he was setting him up for the powerbomb on the apron, but he was just so conflicted. He did not want to do it. He did not want to win this way, because on the episode of SmackDown before, and it seems like a lot of stuff's coming back to this match, he told Cody Rhodes, I do not want another tainted victory similar to how I won the Universal title. I want it just to be a clean win, nothing left in the air. But he just did not want to do the powerbomb. He did not want to go for the knee so much, because he knew it was going to be tainted, and he was too much of a good friend. And one thing that I want to point out was how good the commentary was for this PLE, specifically Michael Cole. He was on his stuff tonight, and similar for like Wade Barrett. I feel like they really complimented each other really good. One thing that I really liked about this match was the constant reversals. Like, these guys knew what they were going to do every single time. Cody Rhodes went for a crossroads. Okay, Kevin Owens reversed into a stunner, then Cody Rhodes reversed into a crossroads, similar to Kevin Owens, but like vice versa. This match really showed that these guys really do know their stuff about each other. And when I said I like the commentary in this match, is because when Kevin Owens was attacking the ribs of Cody Rhodes, commentary kept bringing up the fact that Cody Rhodes does have hurt ribs due to his prior injury history with that part, and that's going back to like his stuff with Seth Rollins. So we know, I just love that kind of stuff. And after that segment where both men were just reversing into their finishers, into their signatures, and then Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads, Kevin Owens then hit like another brainbuster off the top rope, and the crowd was just going crazy. I was going crazy. You got "This is awesome" chants. Holy shit, because this match really was great. And you can also tell Kevin Owens was just so conflicted, because during that spot where he was thinking about powerbombing Cody Rhodes onto the apron, Wade Barrett was telling him this guy's an idiot, he should have done it. Kevin Owens legit just told him shut up, and then Wade Barrett was like quiet for most of the other match. And also during that sequence, Cody Rhodes told Kevin Owens, I'm fine, don't worry. And later on during the match, after Cody Rhodes hit one crossroads, you knew, okay, he might charge up for the three. He gets a second one, and then while he's going for the third one, he gets caught by a stunner, and then everyone's cheering, okay, maybe Kevin Owens wins this match. He goes up for a swanton. Cody Rhodes counters that, and then hits a one crossroads, gets the win, 1, 2, 3. And after the end of the match, Cody Rhodes like is trying to go over to Kevin Owens, but you can tell Kevin Owens is visibly upset. He's not too happy with himself. But then both men hug. I guess they're like fine with each other. But then we can see while Cody Rhodes is looking the other way, Kevin Owens is looking at the camera. We can see Kevin Owens is just still not happy. He knows that he could have done better, and this is probably going to play on to like later in a little story between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes once again. And yeah, once again, this match was really great, and you can tell, and you could probably play this into a little story. Kevin Owens knew he held himself back. He knows he could unleash so much more. He's fully not the prize fighter yet. And one thing I wanted to point out, I don't think Kevin Owens hit a pop-up powerbomb, because in the weeks leading up to this, for example, in the match against Grayson Waller, he hit a pop-up powerbomb. He was going to go for the apron spot, but in this match, we didn't see any of that. And once again, Cody continues to deliver great PLE matches, great title defenses. His match against AJ Styles, the first one was great, the second one was great. The stuff against Logan Paul was unexpectedly really good. This match against Kevin Owens was really great as well. This might have been a 5-star, close to a 5-star match for me. This match had everything you would want. You got the big spots, you got the story, you got the selling, you got some drama in the match, you got everything you would want in a big title match. And I'm really glad that this opened the show, and this does leave room for a rematch down the line, because you can tell something is probably going to happen later down the line, because what happened later on in the main event, Randy Orton might not be there for Bad Blood, so we can possibly have Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes. And yes, beforehand the story really wasn't there, but it did make sense. But now, if you want the story, because now the story's pretty much going to be that Kevin Owens is just too much of a good friend. He's gonna have to let loose a little bit in order to actually get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship again, and actually has a real chance of winning that. Yeah, what did you guys think of Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes? Were you guys expecting a heel turn, and do you guys expect a heel turn now later down the line? And would you guys be excited to see a match at Bad Blood for the rematch? Now it's Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill going up against the Unholy Union for the tag team titles. And for me personally, this probably was like the low point of the show. Even though the crowd was still there at some parts, it's like the same thing we've seen before, copy and paste on different pay-per-views, different PLEs. So yeah, I'm like, for this match, since I didn't write too much notes, I'm gonna go over like more of a recap. So we know Bianca Belair did her typical stuff to start the match, a lot of powerhouse stuff, and right after that, like a couple minutes later, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn would get the advantage. They're pulling on Bianca Belair's hair, they're really getting some good tag team offense in, but we all knew what was gonna happen at some point. We're all leading up to the leading up to Jade Cargill getting in the match. We all know it's like 10 minutes of her sitting out, then she gets tagged in, does the hot tag, which she's really good at that, gets into the ring. So Jade Cargill does her typical hot tag, she follows that up with a follow away slam, does a double clothesline, jumps from corner to corner on both women, does her suplex. I think some people said it was a jackhammer, I really wasn't paying attention during that part. And then later on in the match, Isla Dawn hits a backstabber and Alba Fire's on the top rope, she goes for a swanton, but then Jade Cargill either pushes Bianca Belair out the way, kind of saves her a little bit, and that would set up near the end of the match where Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair would pick up the win with like that little thing where it doesn't really even look like a good finisher. It's pretty much like a suplex where Bianca Belair's on the floor, she pushes the other person in the air, Jade Cargill does a suplex, that's it, 1 2 3. And for me overall, this match was probably like the low point of the show. I really did not enjoy this match. It was okay, meh at best, not really a lot for me to enjoy. But I mean, hey, the tag team division gets saved once again, because we knew the only way for the tag team division to actually get some focus, actually get featured on PLEs, you got to put it on Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, which is undisputedly their two biggest stars in the division on SmackDown. The Unholy Union in this match really showed why they're just a really solid tag team, and Isla Dawn in this match and Bianca Belair really showed out. They really showed a lot of good stuff in this match. So since this reign, this reign from Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the Unholy Union, was like only 77 days. I mean, it's a really short reign, and I'm glad it's over, because this might have been one of the worst booked title reigns of all time or in recent memory. First off, these girls had no characters whatsoever. They're switching from Raw to SmackDown, which does make sense. They're the tag team champions, but there was no stories. In 77 days, there was no stories that were started. And once again, from my prediction video, I said how after they won the tag team titles in Scotland, I think they only won because they're Scottish. I'm saying that once again, I think they only won because they're Scottish. After that, we saw that Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark won next. Okay, are they going to be baby faces? Are they going to be heels? We never knew, because they kept switching from babyface to heel every single time they went to a different program. For example, when they went to NXT, they were portrayed as heels. I mean, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson were faced as heels. Faced as baby faces, portrayed as baby faces. Same thing goes for Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. So these girls really were never heel or baby face. They're really never solidified as either or. And the only way I'm gonna care about who's gonna face Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair is if Damage Control come into this mix, because I could care less for Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, specifically Jade Cargill. I just don't see it. I don't really see it. Bianca Belair, on the other hand, I see a lot with her. She has potential to be one of the greatest of all time. And the big question is, what's next? Really, what's next? Specifically for Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, because they're probably gonna get shot down the card for a lot, because there's no way we're gonna run a rematch. A rematch should not be warranted. I could care less for it. And Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, I thought we were gonna get some sort of dissension. I got that wrong. I also got my prediction wrong. So yeah, we just gotta move on. Just do something else. The titles should probably never be defended on PLEs, because they're not good. None of the stories with these matches are good whatsoever. So next up, we got CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre in a strap match. And for me, I said my hype kind of dwindled down for this match, but this match really delivered, and I thought it was really good. So CM Punk on the apron, like during his entrance, he was doing all this stuff. He was gonna go like this to the crowd. Drew McIntyre doesn't even let him do that. He just dumps him straight off the bat, and that's really good. Drew McIntyre should be doing that. So I'm gonna read like just the notes, just recapping the match so you guys get an idea if you didn't watch the PLE, but you guys mostly did probably. So Drew McIntyre gets Punk in the ring, whips him twice, and the match finally starts as the referee is trying to push Drew McIntyre back. So Drew McIntyre uses this to his advantage, beats down CM Punk. So CM Punk counters an attempted Drew McIntyre chop into a GTS instead of of touching like the top corner to get like the green light, I think he was like the green light to get the point, he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to inflict some pain on Drew McIntyre, which he should be doing. This is a blood feud. We should see a lot of that during this match. And instead of touching the rope, CM Punk just wants to whip Drew McIntyre. I think he got like 5 or 6 good ones in, and after that he's looking under the ring. He got a table out, but then Drew McIntyre got some more offense in, put the table right back. As we hear some boos out saying, okay, maybe we're not gonna get some tables, but as you know, we did get that later on. And after that sequence, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk would be on the announce table. They're going back and forth a little bit. Drew McIntyre is trying to put CM Punk through the announce table with a future shock, but CM Punk just counters into a backdrop. Drew McIntyre goes back first into the announce table, and that spot looked crazy. And then after the backdrop, CM Punk just whoops Drew McIntyre even more. And then afterwards, while CM Punk is kind of doing something else, Drew McIntyre grabs the chair, hits him in the ribs. Later, I don't even know when this happened. CM Punk was bleeding. I don't know if it was a lot of bleeding, but it was like a little bit of something here. The commentator said, especially Michael Cole, he said it was from the headbutts. I'm not so sure about that. I saw that beforehand, but hey, at least we got some color. And when they get back in the ring, Drew McIntyre slams CM Punk back first into the chair, and then Punk pulls out a table once again. Yeah, this time he didn't after this time, Drew McIntyre didn't put it back in. So CM Punk finally got the chair after they're going back and forth while they're putting it in and putting it out. That just sounds terrible right there, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Drew McIntyre hits a Claymore and touches all 3 turnbuckles, but then CM Punk pulls Drew McIntyre face first. I thought that spot was really good. And then afterwards, CM Punk got tossed into the table when he was trying to do like the bulldog that got counter. He got thrown into a table, and then Drew McIntyre is carrying Punk on his shoulders. This was really smart. While Drew McIntyre is carrying Punk on his shoulders, Punk is also touching the turnbuckle, so they both got 3-3 at that point, and they're both trying to go for the 4th one, but both men couldn't. And afterwards, both men are trading blows, and eventually CM Punk would get Drew McIntyre into a sharpshooter. Drew McIntyre is tapping, he's trying to get out. I think he tapped like 3 times, but then eventually, I just had a voice crack, but then eventually he just goes out cold. I mean, he suffered way too much pain right there. And then what is it called? CM Punk gets some momentum, touches 2 corners. Drew McIntyre gets up, pulls Punk into a neck breaker, and then Drew McIntyre puts on the bracelet. He got that from his shorts, and then later on when CM Punk did something with the bracelet, I was like, you nasty fuck. And then afterwards, Drew McIntyre hits a crisp Claymore, a clean ass Claymore, and then Drew McIntyre touches all 3 corners, but then gets hit with a GTS. After Punk hits Drew with a GTS, he looks at the bracelet, hits another GTS, touches 2 corners, hits another GTS, and instead of touching the last corner, hits another GTS, another one. He just like hit 4 GTS in a row unanswered, and then afterwards he touches the 4th corner and he wins the match, and this match was excellent. So yeah, giving my thoughts on this match. Punk versus Drew was really good. It turned out to be everything that was advertised for, because we knew these guys got to get their hands on each other. A strap match was a way to keep everyone intact and get their hands on each other. And guess what? We got a lot of whips. Everyone got whipped. Everyone got beat. We got a little bit of blood. We got a little bit of bleeding from Punk. Not a lot, but we got a little bit of it. The spots in this match were really good. The announce table spot, I really did like. The stuff on the announce table, I also liked. So there was really a lot of stuff to enjoy from this match. And for me, this does warrant a Hell in a Cell. Now the series is tied 1-1, and CM Punk, I did not expect him to get the bracelet. I would have expected him. My prediction was for him to get the bracelet at Hell in a Cell when they didn't, like, after he beat Drew McIntyre in his match to kind of close everything off, but he got it here. So I mean, yeah, he got it there. And the big question coming out from this is, what will Drew McIntyre do now to get his 3rd match against CM Punk? He doesn't have the bracelet anymore, and that was the one thing CM Punk really cherished a lot. So what is he gonna do? Break into his house, get AJ and the dog? I mean, he's got to do some crazy shit to get this 3rd match. CM Punk looked good in this match. Drew McIntyre looked good in this match. The crowd was going crazy. The crowd was hot. Kudos to Berlin. The crowd was going crazy for a lot of these matches and brought a lot of excitement and energy towards the matches that were going on. If we're just comparing this to the first match, the SummerSlam match, this sweeps this out the water. I usually don't like to compare a lot of stuff, but this match was far way better. If this was like the first match at SummerSlam, a lot of people would be way more hyped for this match. The concept at times did confuse me. I'm not gonna lie. I was like thinking to myself, what's going on? But then eventually I kind of got onto it. I've not watched a strap match, that kind of strap match in a while at that point. But what did you guys think of this match? What do you guys think of CM Punk winning this match, and what would you guys like to see their 3rd match be? 3 stages of hell, a Hell in a Cell? What would you guys want to see? Comment that down below, and on to the next match. Now to the mixed tag team match. We have Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley taking on the team of Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. So giving my thoughts on this match, I thought this match was excellent. It was pretty much everything that you wanted it to be. You got some intergender violence, you got what you want, and then what is it called? The crowd was hot for this match. You got some good spots, and Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest won the match. And there's no way this story is over now, since Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan are tied at 1-1 now, and we still have Finn Balor Damian Priest to get to. Maybe this all ends at Bad Blood, but I'm not so sure. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan could possibly end at WrestleMania or like a Royal Rumble if you want that to. And now since Priest won and Gunther also won, kind of for like a little spoiler, maybe Damian Priest and Gunther go back to each other, but I'm not so sure because we also have Finn Balor and Damian Priest. That's so personal at this point that there's no way this is over, and that match probably should be at Bad Blood. And I predicted in this match that we could possibly see the debut of Raquel Rodriguez to get added to the faction, help the Judgment Day win this match, but I got that prediction flat wrong. I got this match wrong. It's probably like this, I think it's like the second match I got wrong on the show overall, but yeah, I mean the Judgment Day probably do like, you need to get another member. It's 5v2 every single time, but they still can't do shit to the Terror Twins. But yeah, I mean, what else do I want to say? I get why Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley won, since they both lost at SummerSlam and they're both one of WWE's top biggest stars. Rhea Ripley's probably undisputedly WWE's biggest star in the women's division. Damian Priest is one of the big stars in the men's division, so it makes sense for them to get the big win once again, as they'll lose twice in a row. But I do feel like the Judgment Day could have used this win, even though they're getting some stuff on the go home show. I feel like a big win like this could have solidified them even more, but I still feel like the Judgment Day still could have used this win, because any faction with Carlito in it and JD as like your other guys in the faction really should probably get some other stuff in there and probably should get solidified even more. But yeah, they don't get the big win. But yeah, now since Priest won this match, Finn Balor's got to win the first match, because there's no way he's going to lose. Finn Balor should be a credible person and has to get built back up at this point. And if Priest loses this match, he's going to beat Finn Balor. So what do you want to see more? Finn Balor beat Priest or Priest beat Finn Balor? Because this could probably be like a WrestleMania for them to end the feud. And once again, Liv Morgan looked weak for 99.9% of this match per usual. But now onto the main event. So for the main event, we got Randy Orton versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. And this might have been match of the year. I watched Swerve Strickland versus Bryan Danielson last week at All In. And this match was probably on the tier of that. This match, oh my fucking gosh. I was oozing and awesing. This match had everything you would want in a big match feel. They didn't even touch really for anything for like what the first 5 minutes besides some lockups, and the crowd was still going crazy, giving them probably like the best reactions of the show overall. You have Randy Orton, one of the best of this generation, probably one of the best of all time, some people's goats. Gunther, who now probably took the torch from Randy Orton and now solidifying himself as one of the best ever. This match, my goodness, technical wrestling, storytelling, selling, these two sold their ass off like rent was due. It was amazing. So the match starts off with the crowd going crazy once again before these two even locked up. Randy and Gunther locked up for the early going. The crowd ate it up. These two really just gave the crowd anything, and the crowd just ate it up like it was like some candy. And still in the early phases of the match, the crowd is doing a wave, but Randy Orton pretty much said, okay guys, sit down a little bit. He does a wave himself, and the crowd at this point gets settled in. The match actually starts at this point. So Gunther stings Randy Orton with chops, both trade punches back and forth, and then Gunther catches Randy Orton with another chop that kind of sits Randy down. And this match had a lot of powerhouse shit that you would like. And then afterwards, while both men are on the outside, this is something we pretty much never see. Randy Orton throws Gunther into the steps, and Gunther at this point, he's selling the arm, and we knew, okay, Gunther's arm is compromised at this point, and same thing goes for Randy Orton and his neck and the lower back. These guys were just selling off some injuries like it was crazy. Randy on the outside still hits 3 backdrops onto Gunther, and then afterwards, Randy Orton was kind of playing like a little bit of heel. Maybe it was just me, but it kind of felt like Randy Orton, we kind of saw a different side of him. We saw the Viper, we saw the Apex Predator, and we knew that this was what it was supposed to be. You got Gunther, you got Randy, you're gonna get some great stuff. And afterwards, Gunther gets Randy Orton in a sleeper, but then Randy Orton just continues to work the arm. Gunther gets some momentum once again, but then Randy just hits him with a fallaway slam, continues to work the arm once again. Then Gunther hits 2 clotheslines, but it's just not enough power because his arm is so compromised at that point. And that plays into a little part of this match, because while Gunther's trying to go for a powerbomb multiple times at this point, he just can't. He just doesn't have enough power. His arm is just so compromised. And once again, Randy and Gunther are trading blows, and Gunther's using his right hand, but he kind of hurts himself a little bit, so Randy just pokes the eyes just to get the advantage. And then what is it called? Randy hits a signature DDT, you know, some classy stuff. And after Randy hits Gunther with a signature DDT, Gunther kind of gets him off guard, kind of gets him in a choke or whatever. Then Gunther hits a splash out the top rope. We get this is awesome chance, because this match was awesome. It ruled. Gunther went for a powerbomb, but his arm just gives out. Then he goes for it again, but just can't. The next attempt, he gets it 3 tries. Then he finally gets the powerbomb. And then afterwards, Gunther tries another powerbomb, but Randy gets him with the RKO, catches him out of nowhere, but then Gunther catches out barely at the count of 3. Then Randy clears the announce table, puts the steps next to the table. Randy slams Gunther through the announce table. I love when the table breaks like that. We're just still standing there. The pieces are still standing up. This match, oh my gosh, it was so fucking good. And afterwards, when they get back in the ring, Randy attempts an RKO but misses. Gunther throws him off. Gunther gets him in a sleeper. Then afterwards, when Randy kind of gets out a little bit, you get a little bit of back and forth. Gunther's just working Randy over and over, and he finally gets Randy to go to sleep, and Gunther wins the match 1-2-3 with a sleeper. And afterwards, both men would handshake, as this seemed to be like a real pass of the torch moment between Randy and Gunther. This match was fucking excellent. Once again, excellent from start to finish. And this match, you really can't describe a lot with words. Just go back and watch it. It was match of the year candidate. This match was excellent. One of the best matches of Randy and Gunther's career both. I mean, Randy's been WWE for what, like 20 years at this point. One of his best matches in that whole time combined. And what is it called? The selling this match was some of the best you're ever going to see. Gunther with the arm, Randy selling the neck and the back from prior stuff with Chef's Kiss. Putting some of my stuff down once again. This is something that Damian Priest brought up in his match with Gunther that we really didn't see too much of. Gunther was gonna have to work from the bottom, and guess what? In this match, he had to work from the bottom. Randy was working Gunther's ass off with the arms, the selling, throwing him into stuff, working his arms, everything overall. Gunther really had to work from the bottom. This needed to happen for Gunther. Gunther needed to silence all the doubters. He had to beat Randy clean. And I see a lot of people are complaining about how this match ended with Gunther putting Randy in a choke to finish the match. For me personally, this just shows you don't watch a lot of Gunther, because this happened during his run with the King of the Ring. He was ending guys with power bombs, chokes, a variety of different things. This just shows how versatile Gunther is and how dangerous he is. And what's next for Gunther? It's not going to be Ilya Dragunov. For me, I have him going up against Braun Breaker at Bad Blood. Since it's not going to be Ilya Dragunov, maybe the Damian Priest rematch, or maybe Gunther's just not going to be on the Bad Blood show, as he deserves a little bit of break at this point. He's been busting his ass, giving us a lot of great matches at this point. But yeah, we're probably going to have like another tournament to decide who's going to face Gunther, probably like at Bad Blood. And yeah, referee Charles probably could have counted to 30. I was thinking to myself, what the fuck, is this count like at 30? Is it like at 100? Because he wasn't counting. But guess what, I don't complain about it, because the offense that we got from the outside, inside, everywhere was excellent. Oh yeah, and I also liked how Gunther was using his left hand, continuing the story that his arm is so compromised that he has to use his left hand to get some offense in. And what else I want to say, this kind of is like a good thing about every single match on the show. Every single match kind of felt different from everything overall. Cody and Kevin Owens was very different from Gunther and Randy. Bianca and JD was very different from everything else. The strap match was very different, so that's what I liked about this match. But yeah, once again, this kind of felt like a pass of the torch moment between Randy and Gunther. But yeah, this match was excellent. Excellent. Match of the year candidate. And overall, this pay-per-view just ruled. It was fucking amazing. My expectations coming into this were a little bit tampered, coming in like just say like a month ago. But now the card, my expectations were a little bit lower, but now the card was excellent. One of the best PLEs under Triple H's control. Everything overall from start to finish for me was really good. Cody versus Kevin Owens, match of the year candidate. We won't even talk about Jade and Bianca. I mean, at least they got the new tag team titles. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre strap match was everything you would want it to be. The mixed tag team match was really good as well. In the main event was another match of the year candidate. WWE had two match of the year candidates for WWE just on one show. That's how good it was. So yeah, what do you guys make of this PLE overall? Do you guys think it was one of the best under Triple H's regime, under his control? And what do you guys make of Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens? Do you guys think that was like the best match of the card, or do you guys think it was Randy Orton versus Gunther? And what do you guys want to see from this now? Who do you guys want to see face Gunther now? Is it Damian Priest? Is it somebody else? Comment that down below. And do you guys expect CM Punk and Drew McIntyre to take place in Hell in a Cell? So with all out the way, comment down your thoughts below on this overall show. What do you guys grade it from 1 through 10? Because for me, I forgot to say this card overall was fucking solid. For me, I liked it more than SummerSlam. For me, I would probably say this is like an 8 or 7 or like a 9. This card was really good overall, in the 5-match format for Triple H just continues to work. So yeah, it's been your boy Lonty. Comment down your thoughts below on this overall PLE 1 through 10. It's been your boy Lonty. Peace out.